Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters. Tonight out on location at the Creighton Woods in Swinton, Rotherham. We come down here to do a little bit of a ghost hunt, as we're out every weekend, just about. Anyway, we've been trying to get a fire going for the past half an hour, but it's been raining. We did get it up high, but it's started to die down, so we're just going to leave it. Can't be bothered with it now. We're wasting too much time with trying to do this fire. Anyway, I'll put Diane on, and Diane can tell us a bit about Creighton Woods and what has been seen here, what's happened here.
There has been some suicides, sadly, here, and right where I live, down the other end, there's some suicides that way. This runs from Roman Ridge Road all the way through Sheffield, comes all the way through into Romarsh with the Roman banks, which has been built on, and it's straight in through here. So there's soldiers, Roman soldiers being seen walking up and down.
It's raining.
And I've been told recently that on the main road up there, a lady, a friend of mine, has seen 3 monks. So, and Swinton was owned by a monk in days gone by. When it was a little village, so it was owned by a monk. And then last time we came here, we had a lady asking for help and crying and wanting help, on the SP7. And I do usually communicate with a spirit right down there, but he's not showed himself tonight. And he usually does things with the balls and the K2s and stuff, but he's not come through. We're just listening back to it recording.
Do you remember where you put those balls?
Yeah, I won't put them on the floor.
Oh, going off that one.
Where?
Yeah, that one is. I think it wants moving.
Yeah, and at the top of the woods, there's like a shelter looking thing where the gates are, and they said that they used to rest the coffins there on the way to the churchyard.
So where did they take the coffins from, and where to, do you know?
I'm not 100% sure, it's just what I've heard, that they used to rest them up in the, in the gateway at the very top. And there's a plaque up there as well.
Yeah. I think that was Mary Maybelline from the Wentworth College.
Yeah.
I think she's got something to do with that, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had a black shadow figure person come and stand outside of me last year when we were here.
Yeah.
And 2 of our other members saw it. I glanced, looked at it, and I just carried on doing what we were doing. And then a bit later on, I went, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah, that was good. I don't know if can you remember that when we had that lady asking for help and crying through the SB7?
Yeah, I think we did last year.
And she said
we
she
were
was
sat down at that end.
Right over there.
Yeah.
And we had flashing balls going off, we had REM pods going off and everything. Yeah. But she's not come through tonight. No. Maybe she's crossed over.
Yeah, maybe.
She
might come back to us a bit later on.
I tried earlier on to see if she remembered us.
Yeah.
Fire's going a bit now, right?
Yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit more. That wood's drying out. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, we've got some a little bit of equipment down tonight. We've got a couple of REM pods down. We've got one here, which is down on the ground. This is two new REM pods we've got for the group, and we've also got a REM pod over there as well, and some flashy balls. I'm not sure where they all are, but hopefully Jackie does for when we leave. So we're going to ask out, see if we can get anything from the woods here tonight. We have been here before a couple of times, so hopefully we're going to get something. I think that might. Yeah, no, but it's resting on wood.
What are these?
Yeah. Let me. Right, I'm going to put it on here.
Alright, just remember it won't stay on.
Yep.
I put one there. tree stump thing where that.
So let's see if that one
I've only
goes
put
again.
3 out. One there, one on that bit of wood there, and one over there.
Because they will get.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody here who would like to come and communicate with us? Would you like to come forward? Could you show us a sign that you're here? We have a few things on the ground. A couple of what we call REM pods. If you touch them, they'll light up.
Oh, Martin.
What?
Oh,
Go
good
lighten up.
evening.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Could you do that again for us to prove that someone's there? We're not doubting you there, but we would like just to prove that you're there. Could you do that again, please? Could you light the ball up?
Can you confirm that there is a spirit that is touching that ball?
A person there.
Yep.
Could you
Person,
do that,
spirit.
please? We do very much appreciate that.
And that one's going up and it was here. You can't touch it now. That's on a same sort of thing, a bit of wood.
Yeah.
It's natural, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
it's got
Come on, could you light that up again for us? Could you light that ball up? Let us know that you're here. My name's Martin.
My name's Diane.
I'm Jackie.
Can you remember us? We've been here before.
Yep.
I've never been here before, so... if you want to
We've
come
also
and
got
say
Tony, but Tony's
Good
gone for a
evening.
walk in the woods.
Tony's is
Yeah.
recording.
So come on, please. If there's anybody here wishing to communicate, come and show us a sign that you're here. Can you light that ball up again for us, please? We mean you no harm. We come as friends. We're here to communicate. We're here to prove your existence. Can you do that again?
I'm not sure I've got them switched on because I do need it off.
No, we got nobody here.
You might come back in a bit.
Do you know how to communicate with us? Maybe you could shout our names.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'll just say
Like ram's cracking.
what do you call it? Phone.
I want to see them light up and run.
Yeah,
Nice and
actually.
new.
it's fine. Is there anybody here with us tonight? Would you like to talk to us? If there's anybody we've spoken to before. There's a lady here that needed help. Are you okay now? Last year when you cried and you were asking for help, and the boys, the men, they come looking to see if they could find where you were.
Find out what happened.
But not really. We're on SB7, the lady's voice, and she was crying. And I know people doubt the SB7, but she was crying and she was help me. I'm activating it a lot. And it couldn't have been the radio.
Like when we heard that one
Yeah,
finger.
yeah, it was clear enough to know that it wasn't the radio.
Come on, did you see me touch that red light? Can you touch that antenna there? The REM pod will light up if you go touch it. It won't hurt you in any way. It just lets us know that you're here and you want to communicate. Is there a chance that you could touch it? Shows a sign that you're here, that you want to communicate, you want to speak to us, you want to let us know that you're still here. Come on, please. Can you show us a sign? Like I said, with me, you no harm. We're here as friends.
And balls, you know, what a squiggle when you're mad. And they touched it, I feel like that, and it kids around.
There we have Tony here. Oops. You nearly had me tripped over then.
We've just had a flash of the ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The one that's behind you there. Jackie put them down and we all settled down and then it went off. There's nothing around it, is there? There's no like big corridors or anything.
Come on please, come forward, show us a sign that you're here. Let me know that you'd like to communicate with us.
Okay, so it's still active.
Like I said, we come as friends. We're here to prove your existence. If you can show us that you're here, we can prove to the world that life still goes on. After when we pass over, I believe that that it's only our bodies that die, and we live on.
Any Roman soldiers? Have you walked all the way from Sheffield? We ought to find out what they called the different towns and villages from years ago. Because Romarsh has got about 20 odd different names.
Sheffield was sheep somewhere after that with the sheep.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
In Doomsday Book, I think it's 20 something.
Oh, well, nothing much happening at the moment, so not sure. It's very muddy here. Been lots of rain, so you can see my wellies. Good thing about wellies, especially when you go into woods like we do, where we do quite a lot of them. Oh, ball's going off again. Okay, are you come to speak to us? Can you light that up again? Did you find it funny me walking in the puddles? Do you want me to do that again? Is that the reason why you flashed the ball? Was you laughing at me? Was you hoping I was going to fall over? Usually I do. I have a tendency to fall down when I go out. Would you like to flash that ball again just to let us know you're here? We would really appreciate that.
I'm going to put this noisy machine on now for you. You in the slightest. You can come and talk to us through it.
Oh, there you go.
You
Okay.
can talk to us through this box here, this noisy box. You can tell us your name.
That's where the ball is down there at the side of the hikes. As you can see.
Can you say hello to us?
Okay, it's gone off.
Can you say hello?
Maybe it's the female spirit, because when I was asking out, it never said anything.
Yeah.
So maybe it just wants to talk to females.
Is it the lady?
Yep.
A female lady, yeah, I think it is, isn't
I've
it?
just asked if it's a lady.
Yeah.
When, right. If I count to... Oh. I was going to say if I count to 2 if it's a lady.
So it's going off again.
Are you the lady that we spoke to last year when we was here? The lady that was crying and asking us for help? And we asked you to come to us, and the men got up and they went to look for you. Is that you? Or is it my friend that I communicate with here? You usually do things on command. You're ever so good. So if you show Martin what you can do,
Oh,
I count to 3 and you flash that ball. 1, 2, 3. Is it our friend that we walked around the woods with? You know the Xbox, the battery. It's the battery's gone down. It's draining.
did you charge them?
Xbox. I've got a charger, yeah, but it was on 3 or 4 bars, and it's gone down to 1 bar.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you using the Xbox? I asked it to use the
Pass it
Xbox.
down a minute.
Martin, I asked it to use the Xbox to speak, communicate. Have you used the energy from the Xbox then? No. If it's Gavin, if it's my friend Gavin, can you come and shout your name through this noisy box? Let me say your name. Well, if you can do it.
When you said lady, if it's the lady, it went off.
Yeah, it's got to be that lady then.
Yeah.
The lady that we spoke to last year. Yeah, you flashed that ball twice when I said the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
When I, how did she? What it called? Did we get that she was killed in here?
We think so.
That she was murdered, weren't she? She was you at? Can I ask you a question? You have spoke to me before on a Ouija board. Do you remember last year? And yeah.
That just said lady.
It's a
Playback.
Anything that.
You said playback.
Did it?
Did you was you murdered in these woods?
That box has just moved.
What box?
The actual box itself will move. I just looked down. What are you doing?
Yes, you was murdered.
She's using energy off that down. That is drained like mad.
It were on 4 bars, weren't it?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, yeah. We'll have to turn this off now.
Did the men ever get caught for your death? Do you know? We don't go yes or no, have we? Flash the light if they got caught. Did they ever get caught for your death? For them murdering you?
I can charge it up. I did invite you to use... I know. Oh well, I'll charge it up so you can use some more energy. Oh, no, I get that. Wow. Alright.
Are you still here? Would you like to light those lights up if you're still here? I don't think he wants to actually really speak to me.
Could you show yourself somewhere behind the trees so we know you're here, please?
Maybe you ask Jackie, see if it interact with you.
Are you still with us? If that's the lady, can you flash the light? Thank you.
Yeah, it's going off. He's not answering for us men. So I think it just wants to talk. I think it just wants to talk to the ladies.
There you go. You can still use the S-box to talk through. Do you want to publish your name through this box? That it went on 4 bars.
Yeah.
And I said you can come and use this, and it just drained. and this actual box moved like that. So
Well, got it on film.
I've got the just charging up. This noisy box is charging up for you. Can you hear it?
Would you like to talk to us without the guys here? Is that what you'd like? You feel threatened with the guys sat here?
They came to protect you last time. Do you remember when you said you were frightened? I'm frightened, I'm scared.
That said something when Jackie was talking. It says they filmed it.
We did.
No,
We filmed
they
some.
filmed it.
There.
They filmed.
Yeah, because I asked her if she was. I said, did you get murdered in these woods?
Yeah.
And when Jackie started just talking, then it come out with and a female voice said they filmed it.
Well, that's I just said to it.
That's
I'm
it.
just out to you.
So-
I'm filming it. Went both flashes.
I thought they were from a different, an older time.
Well, I don't know. Have we got somebody else here? Another woman here that may have been killed. Probably not today. But maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago. I mean,
How come we can't? Could you speak to the box and tell us what year it was? If he was killed in the woods, please.
Might not have been actually killed here because spirits travel. Spirits do travel and they can come.
ask her if she died in this woods where we are now, Diana.
Did you pass over in this wood here? Did it happen here in this wood?
Well, she actually made it over. She injured all over that. She had an accident all over him.
Or did she die somewhere in another woods? Is she from Swinton?
Are you from this area? Are you from Swinton? Are you from somewhere completely different to this place? Have you just travelling through and you've seen us? You've heard us?
Yeah, there you go.
Travelling through, I think.
That has happened to us before when we've been
What's that? If she's just travelling through?
travelling through.
She might be walking the dog or something. She might be. I know years ago I used to walk through dogs.
Spirits can
Well, she might have heard us talking in the spirit world. Do you want to? Yeah, she's heard us. She's heard us speaking in the spirit world. She's been.
Is the veil thinner now between our world and your world? Should you imagine?
What was that? Give it to Kelly.
Can you light that ball up for us again, please? Or that REM pod, which is at the side of it. Could you light them up?
No. I hear that.
Is that wing getting up? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Cunts. Did that just say cunts then?
No, that's what I just thought Martin sounded like when he went in, didn't it?
Someone said them cunts. Are you calling us cunts? It's not nice, is it?
Yeah.
Can you? We told you our names. Could you call our names out? Martin,
Okay.
Tony, Jackie, and Diane. So the lady that we were speaking to that came on the flashing ball saying that she was murdered in these woods. Are you still here? And was it right that they filmed you? They filmed the incident happening.
I think it
Wasn't here, Martin.
It was
See,
me
like,
when I
that's
said,
here.
I'm filming, wasn't it, when it flashed? I filmed it flashing.
Are you still here?
No one's died here. There's no one been murdered.
Yeah, we need you to light the ball up.
And a few suicides.
Oh, press the REM pod. That little black round box. You press that area or just touch it, it'll just beep. Is it?
Nah. Just like so.
What,
Just like so.
Tony? Just like so. Don't make a noise that.
You know the ones that make noise?
Yeah, the other ones did.
No, it's
didn't
No, they don't.
Right. Rex or Rex? Rex, doesn't he?
We've got a laser grid on as well. Tony's got his laser grid out.
Rex.
So you can see the laser grid that
Rex
we've got
a
on.
dog? Your dog? Or a name?
What's creepy? What's creepy? Oh. Are we creepy?
Person. That's it. Who was Rex?
Did I say Tony?
Tell me. Said
Tell me. Either tell me or Tony.
Sounded like tell me. Who is Rex? Tell me. You tell me. Please.
Annie.
Pardon?
Annie.
It said dog.
No, I didn't say
What's
that.
dog?
He
Your
said,
pet dog?
said Annie as well.
Yeah, but it said dog.
Yeah, but he said Annie.
Yeah, and before when Jackie says what is it a pet dog, it repeated dog. I said it twice for you.
Yeah.
Be
Thank
satisfied.
you.
I said be satisfied. Bless them, they keep repeating and you're not listening. Don't you? You keep repeating stuff and no one listens to that.
I'm listening, and it said Annie.
I didn't even say Anna.
I did.
I just said like, oh, we're Rex, didn't I? Because it could be a name, couldn't it, as well?
Yeah, but it answered you first time you said it.
Yeah. But it's not as much. Do we not deliver? What?
It's random noise, random noises.
Did you used to live around this area? Well, I live in Sheffield and Tony lives in Sheffield. And Martin and Diane live in Rotherham.
I don't live in Rotherham.
I lived out there.
You live in Sheffield?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
All right, I never knew it was Sheffield.
Well, I lived out road.
Diane lives in Swinton.
I'll just tell everybody where I live.
Yeah, we don't want to be telling people where we live.
I don't know why.
It is that long. It's February for country.
Because we have the tweenies.
Exactly.
They're not coming to our house.
That's why we don't tell where we live. Don't we? When we
We don't know where we are.
They do when he's going to have to edit that out.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Is that like it's up on
Didn't know
that
we're
REM
doing live.
pod?
It's filming on his camera.
No, I think it's one of the ladies.
Ah, yeah.
Leonard Martin's got that.
That's good how it's got that, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is there.
Edit it out.
Come on, you need to come and speak to us.
Just to find out where.
Forms.
All right.
This on.
Rex again. Where is Rex? Running round in the woods.
Fine.
Neck.
Be.
Looks like a neck to some hurt. Was Rex a little dog or a big dog?
Can you get Rix to bark?
Game.
Shall we throw Rex a stick?
To be like.
I'll throw Rex a stick so you can bring it back. Worth a try, innit?
One.
Yeah, there's a stick there.
Pardon?
There's a stick there.
I don't want a great big log. Come on, Rex. Take that stick.
So.
Bring it back, Rex. Come on, Rex.
Exactly.
I'm sure that just said Sheffield then.
Bring it back, Rex. Please. Come on, good boy. Here, yeah, bring it here.
Did you hear that, Martin?
No.
What?
Said
Doodah
said what?
Here, Rex.
Dog.
Dog, yeah.
Rex, dog.
Oh. I've just thrown you a stick for Rex. Go and get your stick, Rex, please. Bring it back.
I hope that's on. I hope it comes through on camera.
Pardon?
I hope what that said, comes through on camera.
Dog.
Dog, yeah.
Here, Rex.
Is there a dog here called Rex?
Shall I throw him another stick?
Tilt.
Ooh. Let me find you a stick. Not the big one.
Just a little more.
Come on then, Rex. Come and fetch that stick. Come on, boy.
What was that then?
Right, the big bang.
Fetch that stick, Rex.
Unless it was steelworks.
Yeah, there's no steelworks down here.
Sounded like a car.
Sounded like a growl.
Come on, Rex.
Probably dog was growling at Jackie.
Oh. Are you here, Rex?
No.
Bark.
It sounded like ball. You get the word ball come through quite a bit.
Oh, we can't throw him ball.
Third.
It's starting to rain again.
Is it?
Yep.
Right, they're on them lasers, aren't they? Can you shout Rex? Can Rex come and run through
Sounded
these
like
lights?
someone said lay down.
Lay down.
Said like someone said lay
Are you telling the dog to lay down?
To and fruit laser. Leo. Not to and fruit laser. Could you get Rex to run in front of us through these little lights, then we might be able to see him? Please.
Play it, chuck.
Chuck. Chuck.
Come on then, Rex. Come on, Rex.
What do you want us to chuck? Do you want Jackie to chuck another stick?
Yeah.
If you want us to throw a stick, say stick.
If I throw one that way, you might be able to pick him up on laser light if it comes back to him.
Let's turn the cigarette.
Or
Do you want me to throw another stick for Rex?
Dead?
Did Rex did Rex die in these woods?
Can you make Rex bark for us?
Woof! Woof! Can you do that? Come on, Rex!
There's some rutters who want to get straight jackets. Make Rex bark, please, for us, so we know he's here.
We're supposed to rain today.
key.
It's raining. Uh-oh. It's raining.
Oh
It
gosh,
weren't supposed to.
it's raining everyone.
It's raining.
Not broke our clothing up, but sounded like. Can you make Rex bark, please? Come on, Rex. Good boy.
That's not.
Uno.
Please.
Yeah, we've got rain coming in a bit.
What time is it?
It's only nearly 11:30. We've got rain coming in an hour.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It
That's
didn't,
right.
it didn't forecast any.
Pardon?
It didn't forecast any rain.
I know.
Might be best putting that away, Tony.
It's coming in.
Come on, Rex.
Might get water on
Good boy.
it.
Come on, Rex. Bark for us.
Fucking hell. Shit, you're dead. Blinking hell, Tony.
Come on, Rex. Please.
I weren't expecting that.
Sounded like a Yorkshire Terrier, didn't it?
Well, it's not. No balls are flashing. No REM pods going off.
But we've got a ghost dog. Called Rex.
Debate. It's a shame that Rex can't speak. Can't you make him bark?
Whoop. Come on, Rex. Bark. Please. Come on. Make him bark. Sounds like whistling now, doesn't it? Like whistling dog. I can't whistle. Run. Oh, dog.
No.
I am a cider drinker.
Yep.
Is there anybody here with us wishing to communicate tonight? If you look at Martin sat on his log, he's got some dowsing rods.
My hands are filthy.
So
You got me on film.
if you'd like to use those dowsing rods to give us a sign for yes and no, you can communicate with us. So give them a spin and get used to them. See if you can spin them all the way around. Get used to them.
Come down.
That's it. Oh,
You can just move them out a little bit.
that's it. All the way around. Do some circles. Get used to the energy of them. Get used to them. How they work. How they move. And then if you pop them straight to the front, so they're equal, straight to the front, both together, line them up, that's it, keep going, line them up to the front, both face it the same way. And then if you'd like to make a pattern with them and show us the sign for yes. So make a pattern, cross them over, make an L shape or anything you'd like to do with them. Show us the sign for the word yes. And then when you finish that, can you straighten them back up again to the front, so we know that's completed. Just straighten them up, facing forward. And can give us another sign for the word no, another different pattern. Cross is a yes. Give us another sign for no. Are they moving, Martin? Feel anything?
Yeah, they're moving.
Right. Give us a sign for yes. Oh, well, no, won't we? Give us a sign for no. We've done yes. Yes is a cross. I always forget. So, a pattern, any pattern you like. You can move one, you can move both.
I think it's putting it out for no.
What, forward?
Hey?
Forward.
Forward for no.
Oh, but that's neutral.
Can you make the rods go either way for a sign for no?
Because we need them forwards for a base, like a neutral, in between each question.
Is anybody still here? Cross them over if there's somebody still here. Sign for yes.
That wind's got up.
Yeah, it has.
Do you want to try again, Diane? Because
Can you give us a sign for no? We've got a cross for yes.
it's going yes.
We need them forward for neutral. Need them forward in between each question. So then you can answer yes for a question or no and put them forward, and then that's like a baseline. Neutral.
We need a no. Can you make a movement for no? Right, that could have been me just then. So just slightly just straightened up. Let me just straighten up. Just shows a sign for no. Is that the sign for no?
By. It's a load of moths. Lovely. Yeah.
You're asking, didn't I?
Pardon?
Are you asking out then?
We're miles away. That's drifted off. Have you got a sign for no for us?
Oh, wow. What's it doing? God, somebody's sorry. It's a finding. Something else. Silencing. Oh, sorry. Can't find my phone. Oh, no.
Right, have you got a sign for no for us? Cross was a yes. Facing forward is neutral. And give us a sign for no. You can point to me if you want. You could point the opposite direction. Can you spin the dowsing rods all the way around? Can you spin them in circles? Get used to them. Spin it all the way around, full circle. Get used to the way they work, the way they move. Spin them round. All the way around.
Do you have a good day,
Okay.
As I'm nodding off sitting here.
Right, that's
I'm-
better.
I'm nodding off sitting here.
Oh my god, the mud.
Okay, great mud.
Glorious mud. Okay, okay. I would love to know why every time I pick a set of dowsing rods up, they spin round like they do. I don't
Might it might be that female spirit who might want to talk to you and not.
Yeah,
and
but
not
whenever I pick a set of dowsing rods up, they do that. They always spin round. It's weird. I'd like somebody to be able to tell me why they do that.
because we can. We just said it because we can.
Okay, you ready? Who's behind Tony? Where's Jackie?
Pardon?
Stay here.
Where's behind you? Oh, very nice behind you, Tony. That's all.
I thought I heard something.
Is there anybody here with us wishing to communicate? Right, okay. Can you... Yeah, right, okay. Have you got them like that? Class that as neutral. Can you give me a sign for yes? Is it the same person? Okay. Right, so you've got one going one way and one going another way. That's your sign for yes. Pop them forward again, please. Put them forwards to a neutral. And can you give me a sign for no? Thank you. Right, okay, now we've got our sides. Got any questions, anybody? You're a female spirit, a female person, should I say? Shouldn't I say spirit? You're female. Yeah. Okay, and if you can go back to front.
Seeing splashes go past then.
Splashes went past.
That same lady.
Are you the lady we were talking to earlier on?
I did it in case you said, I want toilet.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And pop the housing onto forward. It's a bit more. Thank you. Right. Are you the lady that we spoke to the last time that we came here? No, it's a different lady, this one. But yeah, the one we spoke to earlier was different to this one who we're speaking to now. Cold and trembler. Okay.
Did you hear a voice then?
I heard a noise.
From over there, it sounded like a voice. It came from up there.
Are you, when we had the S-box on, did you drain the power out of the S-box? No. Okay, thank you. When we asked if you'd died and passed over, was it you that came over the S-box radio and said that somebody had filmed it? No.
That's you, ain't it?
No, it's no. So, were you repeating what Jackie thought you might have been repeating her? She said I'm filming it. Were you copying Jackie or something? Right. So it was what you said, Jackie?
I said that, you know.
Yeah.
It was what I said, Martin, when, you know, when you put
Jackie was filming
yeah.
it. Jackie got the camera. She says it's been filmed.
All right. Film what? What did you film?
That
Flashing
ball, when
bulb.
it was flashing, I went, oh, I'm filming it, I've got it on
Oh,
film.
right.
When you put it, you might have caught her.
Did you die in
been
these
out on film.
woods? No.
Well, is it the same lady we got last time?
No.
That one
It's
what
the
we
one
were
from-
talking to here.
It was the one we
ago.
were talking to earlier in here. But not from last year. Okay. Did you die through an accident? No. We thought earlier on that you died through a murder. Is that correct? No.
An illness, perhaps.
We misinterpreted it. Sorry, we didn't mean to upset you. Did you die through old age? Old age.
Does she know anybody here?
We put the dowsing rods back to the front. Move to the front. Do you know anybody here with us tonight? Me, or Martin, or Tony, or Jackie? Do you know any of us? No. Okay.
Is she from Swinton?
Don't know yet. Are you from Swinton? Are you from here? I think that was yes. Yes? From here, old lady, it died of old age. Did you come through these woods? Did you walk through these woods? Yeah. Okay.
Come back to just have a walk. She enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Spend time in woods, enjoying herself like she used to.
Yeah, but did she walk through here on the way? On the way to
That
work,
way-
did you say?
Way to work, didn't we? And it's earlier.
Right. Yeah. They were wondering whether you used to walk through here like from years and years and years ago, maybe going to and from work. Is that something that you did? Nope.
Just take a dog a walk.
Yeah, did you have
Oh, yeah.
a little dog? You take your dog a walk?
Was it called Rex?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it might be right.
Let's just pop the
Ask if it's called dog called Ray.
shaking on me for some reason. Was your dog called Rex? We've had the name Rex through.
I was throwing little sticks for
Yeah,
it, weren't
yeah.
What was that?
I?
Did you hear that?
What was
Yeah.
it told?
That was really strong, that, weren't it?
That sound like come back from back of me.
No, back of me here.
I heard a voice over there a bit ago in that direction.
That were, yeah, it were a tree what squeaked, but there's no wind.
So you walk through here with your dog Rex. Are you from
Let me just take a look.
Are you from an up-to-date era, like now?
Because we never heard that all night long, have we? No. If it was wind that did that.
From the 1900s. Yeah.
Like Victorian times.
Are you from 1950s? 1950? No? Okay. 1980s? 1980. 1980s.
Okay,
Yeah. This is a while ago, isn't it? Really?
40
It
years,
is a while ago, yeah. Yes, it is, yeah. It's a while
30,
ago.
40.
30 odd years ago. Because I was born in 73. Yeah, I was born in 1973.
Mind you, my nan passed away when Becky was born. That was 1980s. She was like 73 when our Becky was born. I know.
Wind's not getting up though now, isn't it?
I am absolutely
I
freezing.
am now.
I'm absolutely roasted.
Did you have grandkids and family and
Yeah. Do you have your children, your grandchildren, family here? At all? Do you? Yeah. Are you aware of that? Yes. I just wondered actually if you...
That's really bad. And it ain't that windy to make that much of a creak.
No, there's no wind now.
That really creaked, didn't it? Right loud.
Do we know which branch it's coming from?
That one's moving. You see it above you, Martin? Put your light up above it. There, hang on, let me see.
I
Sorry.
don't think it's that one.
See that one there? Oh, bugger. That,
Oh,
that's
battery's
over
gone.
there.
I can't see at the moment because my light's
Hold on.
just
I'll try and get...
my light's just blooming gone.
That one, I think. Not this one here.
I don't know. I thought it was further back.
It sounds like one of them two there, them thin ones. There's three like all thin, ain't there?
Just changing my light, everybody.
One fell down, look, one of them really thin ones. Right big long one there.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
that.
yeah, it's been like
That one. Can you see it moving? Right, bad, look. See it?
Yeah,
Where that leaf just fell from.
yeah, it's probably the wind.
Yeah. Right,
We go back to Diane.
This lady
Look at all the
has
mud
just
here.
been asking her questions. She's got family and friends and they're all alright. She's alright. She says there are spirits in this woods and they're all okay. And there's nothing scary in the afterlife. I've just asked her. There's nothing to be worried about in the afterlife. Can you show Martin that nothing to worry about whatsoever in the afterlife? No, nothing to worry about. Shaking like cold, no. Cold. Literally.
Shall we see if I can get those two flashy balls to flash?
Could you do that for me?
Tell her that there's two flashy balls, one at each side of you.
Yeah, can you see the balls? One at each side.
I'm cold to you.
Can you see them? There's one that way and there's one this way as well, the other way. Could you light one up? You just have to touch them. They'll just flash, they don't make any noise or anything. It's a cat ball actually, they're called cat balls. Cat toys. We just found that spirits, people who've passed over, find them easy to use. Heck, freezing.
Can you touch those balls for us? Those balls at each side of Diane. If you touch them, they'll flash all pretty colours. If you're the lady we spoke to earlier on, we think that you was playing with the ball that was on the ground. Can you make these flash? That was an insect.
I also asked this lady if she was aware that it's like early hours at morning. She said she knows. She's aware, because I wondered if they knew what time it were and things like that. So I just asked. She says yeah, she's aware. It's early hours at morning.
Don't forget a lot of old people don't sleep, do they? At night. Well, my nan didn't used to. A couple of hours sleep.
Can you pop the rods back to the front? Thank you. I've got a question for you. Is your name Mary? It is. Right, thank you.
What's that, a yes or no?
Yes, that. Face it, rod's facing like that, yeah. The other way is down.
I think it is wind what's doing that,
It's
isn't
wind
it?
that's doing it, yeah. Don't forget, all branches have been cut. So, is that your rope?
My name's Mary.
Patterson. Mary Patterson,
What, from Swinton?
allegedly.
So if there's anybody from Swinton who could be watching this video, do you know anybody called Mary Patterson that passed away in the 1980s?
Could you tell me any of your children's names? There's a Brian and a Margaret, but I'm not 100% sure if that's a children's names that I asked for. Brian and a Margaret. Okay, thank you. Well, I said that, but it could be just, I don't know. Brian and Margaret. God, I'm so cold. I'm absolutely... I'm checking out the leaf, I'm freezing.
Well, do you wanna stop then?
It's cold.
I'm
Absolutely.
absolutely red hot, me.
freezing.
But I'm always hot when I go out.
Are you Mary? Are you making me cold? Are you with me that much? I'm so cold. Yeah. Are you cold, Mary? Are you actually cold where you are? No. Oh, you make me cold.
I'm roasting up.
It's
That
like
make him hot,
it's
you know.
like
Hey,
Might be maybe.
I'm always hot though. I never really get cold when I go out.
but spirits always make me cold. It's
I was hot when we were in that pub, weren't I?
yeah.
When that girl
I'm
Tran said she
literally
got that fever.
freezing.
We put it down too.
Mary,
didn't we?
can you step back a little bit? I am so cold. To point is shaking. Can you step back? Thank you. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's thank you. Don't go too far. Just step back a little bit. I'm so cold. I know. It's alright. It's freezing, that's all. No, don't need to. It's not your fault. Just the way I react to spirit world, that's all. I either go really, really hot or really, really cold.
Freezing.
I don't go in between. I do one or other.
I think she stood about here.
She's not.
No, just in front of there. Feel here. You can't. Tony, come here. Come here, Tony.
I'm sure we stood there.
I don't
Should be
know.
stood next to
Wait,
Diane.
Diane's asked her to move back.
Yeah, because
Put
behind.
your hand there where mine is.
She's not over here, she's over here.
Has it gone right cold there? Colder than where you were? Feel here. Where my hand is. Feel it. Let me feel where you are. It's colder than there.
I think it could be. It is. It does feel a little bit cold here, but I don't know if that's because of breeze. I think that coldness is coming through because it's open up there, do you know, trees. I think that could be the reason, because I don't feel. I did feel cold there, but I think it's the wind what's coming through that's causing the. Oh, what's in that log there? And nothing. So last time we was here, last year, we was over this way. Sat here.
The two rods were cut to two lengths with the same, you could see it. And it would all around the rods to like the whole thing. I'm glad you've seen that now, so it's not just me.
Yeah.
The whole thing was really, really full.
But it's not as cold now. Has she gone?
Just step back a bit. But if you can see in between the two rods, where the lights are, can you not see that?
I can see that.
Can you see it?
There, yeah.
We're
Purple.
seeing what we're looking at.
Purple psychic energy.
Yeah, it's psychic energy. You might not see it. I do see it.
Smoke. Can't you see it coming out at ends at rod?
It's like a purpley grey colour. You know, and I've
Yeah.
tried to explain it to you before, Martin. And if you
I'll
can
show you where it is. I'll point to where I think it is there.
Yes, there.
Going that way towards Tony, innit? I'd say. Can you not
Can you
see
not-
it?
No,
Some people do, some people don't. I do see it.
I
You
didn't
can
until I
feel
went
it.
to club.
You can feel it sometimes. You know, if you put these together, they'll even stick together.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that, Martin, when they get together and they'll stick? Yeah.
It's like a purple,
Yeah,
isn't
purpley
it?
grey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never saw it until Crystals. Sit on Crystals.
I never saw it until we were in club.
Yeah.
I'm not in club, that
That
pub.
pub.
We went and that little girl was there. Come on, whoa.
Are we finished?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's gonna get.
Right, we're gonna
Oh, my bum all wet, innit? now?
start packing up, and we're gonna say goodbye to you. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, fine.
What the heck were you doing then? We're gonna say goodbye and get ourselves off home. I think it's going on 2 a.m. now in the morning, so we need to really be going home. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and we'll hopefully catch you soon, and hope everybody's keeping well as well. So it's goodbye from Tony.
See you later.
Yeah.
Goodbye from Diane.
Goodbye from me. Have
Good
one.
night.
Bye from
Good
Jackie.
morning, sorry.
And also goodbye from me, filming on here. Anyway, we're hoping to be going back ghost hunting soon, so if you hopefully we're going to our group soon, so if you are interested in the paranormal, you can either contact me or you can contact Diane, and come and see about becoming a member of South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters. So hopefully we'll see you down at one of our meetings one day. Alright, well thanks for watching this video, and we're going to start packing everything up and head off home. So take care everybody, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye. Just before I go, look at all this mud here that we've been studying. The job we wear wellies when we go out. I get mucky every time I go out. My hands are black bright with doing fires. I've been on the floor trying to get this fire going most of the night, and there it is. We got it going a second time, but the wood's not very good. Problem is with Swinton, it's all marshland, and the wood is slightly different here to some of the other woods that we go into. So this is more of a wet woods more than anything else, with it built on marshland. Most of the area like Row Marsh, and also Swinton is that sort of areas that you find, wooded areas with marshland. So anyway, we'll catch you soon. You have a good weekend, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.